Now, as last year, we live in dangerous times for democracy. I don't think we've made much progress over the past year, especially as people are figuring out how to react to the populist revolt. One of the greatest dangers is that people will think it's us against them. People will simply take as given the polarization in contemporary democratic politics. I think this is a mistake. I think the rise of populism and nationalism has forced all democratic citizens to ask why the frustration, why the anger that lies behind the populist revolt. And I think part of the answer to that question is there has been a kind of emptiness, a hollowness in the terms of public discourse. What we're trying to show is that it's possible to take on some of these biggest, deepest controversies, cultivating the art of listening as well as arguing, to get away from the shouting matches that we see too often on television or, for that matter, in national parliaments. The clearest difference from last year is the setting here in Haarlem, in the famous train station. We've come right to the center of Europe and of the Netherlands, where people come and go in the course of their everyday lives. But we're also taking up a new set of topics. Our societies are so divided, so polarized, that we're beginning to ask ourselves, do we share a common good? A sense that we are all in this together, a sense of mutual obligation to one another as democratic citizens? Or do the disagreements and divisions mean that the common good is no longer possible? I think those who dislike the populist revolt and those who are inspired by it need to talk together and reason together and learn from one another, not because we will all come to unanimous agreement, but because that kind of reasoned public discourse, even with people with whom we disagree, is important to rebuilding democratic citizenship and a politics of the common good. And that requires that citizens hold open the possibility of changing their minds if they're persuaded by an argument they hear from a fellow citizen.